Okay, now, wow, swerving out of the way of that guy. That was really cool. Nice, just before the intersection. Whoa, whoa, okay. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so it was like, it's trying to get into that other lane there, but the timing is off. Yes, I like it. Okay, wow, that was aggressive. Okay, came into this lane. Okay, now coming back into here. We really need to get over there. We are on the wrong side of the road. And accelerating. Nicely done. Hey everybody, John here. Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. I am still on version 10.10.2. I took it down to the city of Chicago again on Monday. You'll see that footage coming up here really shortly, but today is March 24th, 2022. It marks the 5-month period that I've had full self-driving beta. So when I first got it in October, I had been waiting for a month and a half going through the safety score test, and it was awfully painful. So I feel with everybody that's still going through that. If you want to learn kind of how to drive carefully and you're nervous about maintaining a score, I did a 1-week challenge to see if I could maintain a score of 99 to be let into the program, and you can check that out over here. And then prior to that, I had been waiting for almost 2 years to get into beta. So I purchased full self-driving beta in, I want to say, June of 2019, and had been waiting and waiting and waiting for a very long time to get in. So if you're really frustrated and waiting and just anxious to get into the program, just be aware that there were a lot of people before you that had waited much longer than you. And granted, so here's another thing, is that you, I think, have a right to be kind of upset or frustrated or anxious because you paid a lot more money than the people like myself who bought it in 2019. So I know it is very pricey. And I will say, if I could go back and do it again, I probably, especially at the prices today, I probably wouldn't purchase it because it's just definitely not ready. So don't think that this is going to be something that you can turn on and just relax and have a great time. It's definitely very stressful. It adds a whole nother level of stress to your drives. So you have to monitor it at all times. It makes a lot of mistakes, but at the same time, it's also very impressive. So if you're a geek like me and you really enjoy testing stuff out, you like being on the, as my coworker likes to say, the bleeding edge, not just the leading edge, but the bleeding edge, then yes, I think that you will enjoy beta. But for anybody else that's kind of wanting it to, help them out with driving, it's not there yet. So I would wait. Definitely, I wouldn't purchase now. I know the price, there's always that threat that the price is going to go up, but don't let that FOMO get to you. That fear of missing out is really not worth it, in my opinion. So anyway, thanks a lot. Sorry for talking so much. Here, without further delay, is the video. Hey everybody, I'm downtown Chicago. It's Monday, March 21st. We're going to see how well full self-driving beta does. I am still stuck on 10.10.2, unfortunately. I still have not gotten the update. I think I'm part of the control study. So I'm holding up the back end of the updates for everybody. So 10.10.2 has gotten a little bit better over time, I will say. I've noticed it make small little improvements as far as getting into turn lanes sooner, and basically taking into some of the feedback I've provided on my commute up in the northwest suburbs. But I am downtown Chicago. I've got a really cool setup down here. As you can see, I'm under a bridge, and you can see my accelerator pedal and the brake pedal. So I have them illuminated now, so you can see exactly what's going on down there. And as you can see, my feet are not touching any of the pedals right now. I'm ready to take over though at a moment's notice, so I can swing in and press on any one of these pedals. And we're taking the car today down to Millennium Park, and then we're going to take it up Michigan Avenue, the same route I've done before. I like to repeat the same route. This is going into the heart of downtown Chicago here. So this is a gentleman asking for money, and the car is going around him really nicely there and staying in the lane. Actually went over into the other lane temporarily there, and we have a straightaway all the way down this road here down to Michigan Avenue. But as you can see, we are heading straight into the city. You can see all the tall buildings all around. It is 8:10 a.m. I had a customer appointment down here that halfway down as I was driving, it got canceled. So I was not happy with that, but hey, it happens. My customer actually had to spend all night last night working, so I feel really bad for him. All right, so it saw that pedestrian. It just hit on the brake, so it was very cautious. Didn't know what to expect there. There is nobody behind us. It is something I'm always very, very self-conscious about. And someone sticking out a little ways into the road. Okay, Beta went around them nice. Okay, there's a bus in back of me coming up on a parked car here. We need to just go around this car. Hopefully it does this well. Okay, very well done. Nice. I like that. And a lot of people, okay, coming up to this red light. Stopped a little bit early, nobody behind us. I'm not going to complain there. We are in back of this truck. This truck on the left is parked on the side of the street. And as you can see here, I'm just going to pull this over. You see a lot of pedestrians. He even picks up the bicyclist over here on the right side. Really cool stuff. So creeping forward, that's really natural. I like that. Nice. Okay, and waiting for the light to turn green. And then we're going to head all the way over to the shoreline here. Okay, great. Going straight. So I've said this before in some of my other videos. One of the things that you have to do when you're using this beta software, and by the way, it's not complete. So the beta testers are doing Tesla a huge favor because it's not complete. And I always tend to complain or say, oh, you know what? It didn't do so good on this trip, or man, it really should have done better. But at the same time, it's a little bit frustrating because some people paid a lot of money for this and the features still aren't there. And I know Elon Musk has overpromised and certainly underdelivered on his deliverables with this software. So that frustration and the complaints, I think, are in some ways justified. But you know, you get a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, you know, you got to understand this is beta. Well, I have news for you. The entire autopilot is beta. Nothing has come out of beta. This is just like beta. I would almost call it alpha because it still makes a lot of mistakes. So let's see how many interventions I have here. An intervention, in my opinion, is having to step on the accelerator to give it feedback. That would be an intervention. A disengagement is when you have to hit on the brake or you have to jerk the steering wheel to take over because it did something horrendously wrong. Okay, so here it doesn't know where the lanes are. Getting really close to that bus there. Okay, the bus is staying in their lane. Seemed to have done well enough there. It was a little bit uncomfortable for me. And it was braking there for that intersection. I think it may have seen that pedestrian. And we are right behind this bus. And coming up real soon, we're going to be turning left onto Michigan Avenue. Okay, slowing down here, giving a little bit of a break. I'm going to have to step on the accelerator here. So that's the first intervention. There is somebody behind us. Didn't want to leave a huge gap. Not sure why it didn't close the gap a little bit more there. Okay, and pretty cool. There's the train going above there. And coming up here real soon, 400 feet, getting a left turn lane. Beautiful. Yes, this is exactly what we need to do. Ooh, that sun is really bright. Let's see how the cameras handle the sun here. Okay, this is going to be a really tricky one. So as you can see up there, there are, let me put this down. There are some little poles, so it has to go all the way up and around to get over into that lane. This is going to be a tough one. Not sure if Beta can do this. I'm going to dial in another destination here. Okay, so it's waiting for these people here. So I had to step on the accelerator. Okay, and it sees this person here. So I'm gonna let it go. So there's someone right on my butt. So, and typical Chicago, you have the sirens. There's there's an ambulance there in the other lane. Going the other way, thankfully, so not going to interrupt us. So now here we're just going to go straight down Michigan Avenue. This is the path that I've continually taken down here. All right, let's see how it does. So this I like because we are in the left lane, far left lane. The times I've taken this before, I've been in the right lane, and you have a lot more variables to deal with. Okay, nice and smooth here. Slowing down. Okay, it put on its turn signal there. I'm not sure why. Slowing down here. Okay, and now deciding to go through. Okay, good, good, good. Very good. Okay, going over this bridge. There's some trash there in the road. It didn't seem to see or notice that. And slowing down here for this light. Okay, and then not sure what that noise was, but this is an intersection. So here, there's some people coming here. And the car is mapping that really nicely. I'm going to cancel this destination. We're just going to put something in further up here. Let's say over here. Let's mix it up here today. Great. So we're just going to take Grand Avenue. Okay, hopefully it decides to go. Okay, nobody behind us, thankfully. But it was giving extra time there for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe we thought some more pedestrians were going to come. All right, so I'm going to move my visor back up. And here's somebody standing out in the middle there. The car did pick them up. And here I told it to go left. Let's see how it does. Okay, so it thankfully did not try to go left. It had that incorrect. It didn't know exactly where to go. So it should now turn left here instead. Okay, good. Left turn signal going on. And getting over really slowly. Someone behind us as well. It's not closing the gap as much as I would like. So I'm hesitating of whether I close the gap a little bit more or wait for it. I think I'm going to wait for it. So the person behind me is sticking out a little bit, but they're okay. All right, so here we are. Okay, it needs to go a little bit faster. Okay, nicely done. And getting in the left. Okay, someone just honked at me. It's a little bit too slow there, so I'm just going to report that one really quick. Okay, now, wow, swerving out of the way of that guy. That was really cool. So it was protecting him, but got awfully close to the car there on the right. So if I can have less than 3 people honk at me, I'm going to call today a success. Usually my goal is to not have anybody honk at me, but I kind of screwed that up already here. All right, so we are going to have to get in the right, or kind of in one of the right lanes here pretty soon. Okay, there we go. Upcoming lanes change. So you can see the blue symbol on the screen saying that we do need to get over. So the turn signal will turn on here pretty soon to let everybody know. There's nobody behind us, which gives me a lot of comfort. It's the most stressful part about using beta is the people behind you, not the people in front of you. So it's generally very, very safe. I have never had any issues where I feel like it's going to crash into a human. I've had a couple of situations where it's been very awkward, but never where I felt like it was going to, kill somebody or something like that. On the other hand, though, sometimes what will happen is beta will steer you into, and this happens for autopilot as well, it'll steer you into a barrier, or it'll take you, almost into a curb. And going into curbs is much more rare than it used to be. Okay, here we go. Turning on the right turn signal. Okay, it needs to get over. And really slow. Okay, so someone behind me is taking cue and they went around. So now I'm kind of hanging out in the middle of the lane. So it looks like the car is changing its mind. It can't really, that's interesting. So it's getting back into this lane. Nobody behind us, so I'm going to let it kind of be awkward here. But as you saw, the right turn signal was on, even though it came back into this lane. I think it realized, oh, I'm not in a lane, and then corrected itself. So we're not being a nuisance really right now, but I am a little bit on edge because beta can do some weird things sometimes. Okay, here we go. Accelerating. Good, good. Okay, there's someone right behind us. Okay, good. Getting into this lane here. Nice. Just before the intersection. Whoa, whoa, okay. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so it was like it's trying to get into that other lane there, but the timing is off, and it kind of jerked into that lane and then came back into this lane. So there is somebody now behind me, and they were coming up right when that happened, so it made me awfully anxious. Okay, so now someone coming up there on the right. Okay, we'll let them pass. So the car does need to get into one of the further right lanes here coming up pretty soon. All right, so a green light, and then hopefully it'll turn on the right turn signal pretty quickly here. We've got a couple blocks, but not too much room. Okay, and going nice and slow, keeping pace. This is good. Very, very good. No issues, went straight through that intersection, real smooth, staying in the lane. The guy behind us, he's giving us a nice gap. Okay, perfect, beautifully done. Yes, I like it. Okay, wow, that was aggressive. Okay, came into this lane. Okay, now coming back into here. We really need to get over there. Okay, come on, you can do it. Okay, you got this. All right, a little bit awkward, so kind of jumping lanes. If it was a lot busier outside or there was someone right in back of me, I would have probably gotten honked at. And I've said it before, beta is awkward, okay? So if you're using beta or if you're just getting into beta, be prepared for that awkwardness, especially in a city like this. Okay, so it's trying to get over. Not sure why it's getting, it kind of turned left a little bit. Very strange. Okay, now coming up on the red light, okay. And now going while it's red. Okay, that's fine. I didn't see any no turn on red signs. So now this is a no turn on red, okay, but it's green and we are safe to go. Okay, and there's another Tesla turning. Okay, very jerky there. Okay, that's a Model X, I think. No, that's a Model Y right in front of us. Okay, so that was really, really jerky, kind of awkward once again. It went and then kind of paused, saw the other car, and then continued to go. And that other car was like, whatever, you know, they were confidently maneuvering their path. My car was just being weird. Okay, this is a four-way stop. Okay, good, going through. All right, and going around this guy here, his door's open. Okay, and coming through here, nicely done. All right, and that Model Y is pulling over. Okay, come on, you can go. Great, left turn signal is turning on, and this is where we're gonna go left. Get very sunny suddenly. Nice left turn. Okay, the end of it was not that great, but it started out really nice. So it used to be a lot jerkier, believe it or not. So that was kind of a jerky turn. But that surprised me because I haven't seen a turn that was that jerky in a very long time. 10.10.2 definitely evened out a lot of those jerky turns. So I woke up early today and I checked my phone and I was like, oh, do I have 10.11? I've been checking every single day, hoping, crossing my fingers that I get it. And I'm sure I'm going to get it, but I'm always, recently at least, one of the last people to get it. So here I just did a waypoint and we are coming up here, so I'm going to accelerate through. So it's saying, okay, we're here. And, okay, someone was honking at the person behind me. Okay, now it's confused. So the waypoints are really awkward. Like I'm going to take over here because I have to put in a new, turn off my left turn signal. I'm going to have to put in a new destination here. We'll go ahead and turn it back on. Okay, and then turning left here. Okay, getting into the left turn lane. Nicely done there. Okay. Someone's honking at me because the car didn't go. Okay. Like I said, people don't have any patience. So that's 2 honks. All right, we're at 2. My goal is to stay under 3. We're gonna see. Can't get any more angry people honking at us today. So let's see, guys. So Beta was being cautious. I would have done the same thing. You know, I was slowing down. I didn't know if someone was crossing the intersection. It was a green light, but it wasn't like that pressing. And I don't know why that guy just had 0 patience, but Beta was scoping out that turn, and it was doing that legitimately. I give it credit there. I think it really was doing the right thing. All right, and then turning left here. Coming awfully close to that curb. Not bad. Okay, turning left in here. Nice. Okay, very good. So now here's a car coming, narrow pathway, slowing down. Ooh, coming close to those cars. Nice, going awfully fast in here. And we are in a residential area here. Okay, great. So took us here to this final destination. So we're going to go ahead and dial in the next spot. There we go. So I told it to go, and we're at a stop sign, and it's not going. Okay, slowly creeping forward now. There's no message about what it's doing, but it does, as you can see, it does need to go straight here. And it's waiting for nothing, really. Okay, not sure why it's waiting, but I think we're going to have to give it a nudge forward here. Okay, so this person is going to, they're telling me to go. Okay. So I pressed on it, and it still didn't go. So I'm going to press on it even more to get it to go through there. So I like seeing where we're going here, so I'm going to keep this view up like this. And as you can see here, this is going to be a tricky one. So we're going to have to come up here. So this in and of itself is not going to be too bad. Okay, good. And then up here, we're going to be turning left. And it doesn't look like we have too much traffic today, so that's one good thing. Okay, nicely done. Beautiful. Okay, slowing down, not sure why. We are on the wrong side of the road. Okay, we are definitely on the wrong side of the road. Hopefully it realizes what's going on. Okay, so I think it finally realized what it was doing wrong. Okay, and then turning left here. Okay, this is going to be a tricky one. Okay, come on, Beta, you can do it. I had to step on it. So someone's right behind us, and as I did that, I actually hit on the brake pedal. So that was not the smoothest or greatest path there. So if someone wasn't right behind me, I would have let it go. I had no problem waiting for it. But as you could see, I kind of had to do something. Well, you probably didn't see the person behind me, but they were right on my tail. And that's, again, one of the things that you have to look out for. Okay, here's someone waiting. Okay, handled that really well. Okay, kind of confused, can't make up its mind which lane to get into. There are no lines on the road separating these 2 lanes here. Okay, and then this person is turning left. Let's see if it can figure out how to go around them. Okay, it's waiting for them. And again, I don't have any problem with that. Person behind me is also going left. So they're not, upset that I'm not going or anything like that. All the cars are passing on the right, so I do need to go straight. So everybody who's going straight is getting in the right lane, except for me. Wonder if my car will figure it out. And now it's a yellow light. Darn it all. Okay, well, it is what it is. That was interesting. So it just creeped forward, even though it's a red light. So a little bit strange to me. Wondering if maybe the sun... Oh, wow. So it started to go before the light even turned green. So I'm not sure if it maybe misinterpreted that stop that traffic signal or what? But okay, so turning right here, we're doing the right thing. It really needs to. Okay, bus is coming. Okay, got it honked at again. A bus driver honked at me. Okay, but there was a person in the intersection, so it's just not fast enough. So it's doing the right things. It took the right cautionary measure there, but it's just not fast enough. And that's the thing. So human, it's like, okay, I can get that gap. I can go. I can move over. There's a car coming in the back of me. But beta is just like, it's doing its own thing. And of course, it has no care in the world about anyone behind you. And it's trying its best to keep everybody safe. And in my opinion, it's doing a fantastic job of that. However, it's just not fast enough. And it doesn't have any manners. It's not courteous to other drivers, for sure. So, I'm disappointed to say that we've had 3 people honk at us. That's the life of a beta tester. So I did get a bumper sticker. Someone commented in saying you should get a bumper sticker. I already have that because it bugs the crap out of me when other people drive stupidly. So I don't necessarily want me to be that guy. Okay, so it's green. It can go. Okay, nice. Nicely done. Okay, now it's yellow. Okay, no one behind us, but yeah, awkward there. Very awkward. So it turned yellow and then it slowed down almost as if it was going to stop in the middle of that intersection. Whoa! It went right next to that other car. That scared me a lot. Okay, now this is crazy. I don't know what it's going to do. I had to take over there, so it's getting really close to this car. Okay. Yeah, that was very, very strange. So it was almost going to hit that car. So I don't want my car to get damaged. So I'm going to take over in situations like that where I was getting squeezed out. And that just made it extremely awkward for me. Okay, so the light just turned green. We're going to go through this intersection, and then in 2 more blocks, we're going to be turning right onto Michigan Avenue, and then taking that all the way down south here. Okay, great. Turning right here. Oh, okay, so that was weird. I thought it was going to turn right there. Okay, so it's going to turn right here instead, which is the original path. I'm not sure why it just did what it did there. Okay, a lot of pedestrians here, a bicyclist in the left, and we are going to be turning right here, so there's quite a few people. We're going to see how it handles this. Okay, nobody behind us, guys, so we're in the clear there. Okay, slowing down. This is really fascinating for me. Okay, let's see how it does this. Okay, some people coming here. Okay, they're looking. Okay, technically they can go, but they didn't go. Okay. Well, so the light was turning. It would have been too late for those pedestrians to go. So the car is waiting here for the light to turn green. Okay, creeping. I don't know if we can turn right on red. I don't see any signs saying we can't. So looks like it's going for it. Okay, going really slow. Okay, now very awkward. Okay, someone there. I had to step on the accelerator, so someone coming up right behind us there. It was taking too long to execute that right turn. It kind of got stuck there in the intersection. So we're gonna go straight on this road here. So that's the 4th time we've gotten honked at. We're going straight on this road here. This is Michigan Avenue, all the way south here, and we are in the far right lane. So this is probably the hardest lane for beta to be in because there's so many variables. You know, people parking, buses. Pedestrians potentially coming out onto the road. So a lot of variables to deal with here. I don't like being in the left lane, but as you can see, we're just going to take Michigan Avenue all the way down here. We're going to go down to the museum campus just a tiny bit, and then we're going to call it a day. All right, a bus is right behind us. This car is waiting for the people to cross. Okay, we are clear to go. Okay. And accelerating. Nicely done. Very, very well done. No issues there. Okay, bit of a bumpy road here. Again, I don't like being in the far right lane. Big pet peeve of mine. I'm gonna just let it do this though. So now we're having to deal with these buses. I wonder if Beta will actually change lanes. Okay, now it's turning on the left turn signal. Nicely done. Okay, went around that bus. Very, very good. Okay, going very slow because we're right behind a truck here. Again, if I was driving, I would get around this slower moving traffic. Okay, there it's doing it. It's actually getting around, changing lanes into faster lane. Good. Slowing down here. It's a green light. It's extra cautious there for some reason. Okay, let's see what it does here. So this car is not entirely into this other lane. Okay, it just waited for them. That's acceptable. Ooh, creeping forward. I like that. Very natural. I love when it does stuff like that. Okay. Waiting for the light to turn green. And what you'll notice is when the light turns green, if you're in some situations it will do it. It didn't seem to do it that time, but it will make an audible sound. A bell noise will go boom when it turns green. And it didn't happen that time, and I'm not sure why. But other times it will, and it's very nice because it's like if you're not paying attention. I think that's it. When you're not using beta or you don't have autopilot engaged, if you're parked and the light turns green, it will give you that notification, and it's like, oh, okay, I need to go. I need to do something. But when you're running beta, it doesn't look like it does that. Okay, so as you can see, the side here, it's like yellow and red, and the car's going awfully slow right now. Somebody behind us. It's not a big deal. Okay, it's speeding up now. Okay, this is much more natural. Okay, person behind us. Now, when you're in the left lane, the other problem is when you're in the left lane, everyone expects you to go super fast. So it makes it awkward. So the far left lane and the far right lane are my least favorite lanes to be in. Beta, in my opinion, is really meant to be used in the middle lane because you just don't want to be slowing. You don't want to be, again, a nuisance to other drivers. Okay, great. This puts me at ease. There's nobody behind us right now. So there's some flashing lights up here. I think this might be a utility vehicle. Yes, it is. So we've got a couple utility vehicles. They're doing some work maybe. And my car did not notice them. Sometimes when you see blinking lights, it will notify you that there's an emergency vehicle. Okay, so it's slowing down here and doing very well on this little strip. Haven't had any issues. All right, our final destination is right up here. So we'll consider that a fairly successful day, although we did get honked at 3 times. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and by the way, if you enjoy my videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. It would do me a huge favor. I love seeing support from all of you, and I want my channel to grow just like every other YouTuber. So thanks a lot for feeding the algorithms and helping out. We'll talk to you guys later.